Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Fishing with Flair. Today I got how to rig the Alabama rig. This is the Deadly 5 shad rig but from Bass Pro. It's, same as any multi-rig tool. The 5 rig is the most complicated out of the whole multi-bait systems just because straight out the wires are usually tighter together. I've played around with it just a little bit, but there's a little, not a swivel. What am I trying to think of? I don't know. Whatever. I don't even know. I can't think of that. Split ring. There you go. Alright. There's a little split ring and it kind of like collapses your baits and stuff. And I did just lose a swivel. Let's see. Where'd that go? Sorry about this. But a little more about this is any hooks. I use EWG hooks. You can also buy the, swim bait hooks. But if you don't want to spend extra money, the weight, I'm not 100% sure. I think maybe having the weighted heads might give it a little more action just because of the weight. But other than that, just having straight EWG hooks, 4/0, usually okay. And usually, you can use any type of swim baits. I would say anything under 5 inches is probably okay. Anyways, so straight out of the package, what you want to do is you want to look over here inside of that. You can't really see it, but just inside, find the middle wire, and that middle wire will not get moved this whole process. So what you do is I hold it upright, just like this. There's a top wire, and a bottom wire. So there's two top sides and two bottom sides and one in the middle. So I have the right side all the way completed right now. So now I just find those two and bend it out. And then leave the other one in the middle. Let's see. Okay, those two are in the middle. And then stick your finger and just bend these two. And then split them. You want one high, one low on each side. It's kind of hard. There you go. And depending on how far you spread the wires is how far your baits will be. There's not really a set length, but like, see how this one's farther than the rest? Then all you do is put your finger as close as you can to the bottom and bend it out. Like I said, this one stays straight up and down. Don't touch that one. Move the other ones, move your finger down to the bottom and just bend out. What you see how I did that? I made a bend right there. You don't necessarily want to do that. It doesn't really hurt it, but try not to do that. And then just there. And then what you want to do is you want to look at it. It's going to be like this. As you can see, that's really lopsided. So then what you want to do is just make one side even to the next. And like I said, see how these are spread out to the side? If I wanted them closer to the top, just grab them at the ends and push them up. They'll be closer to the top. Same with the bottom ones. Try to make them even as possible. It doesn't... If you think about it, though, a school bait fish isn't anything but even. So I'm not sure if the bass are really going to care. It's just kind of, I don't know, it's maybe just for the human eye appeal that makes it look better if it's all straightened out. But there we go. Okay. So what you want to do is you want to look at it straight. Make sure it's even, which is, this is definitely not. Just like that, and then on like the 3 rig, you can pretty much rig them how you want on the 3 rig. You can have like 2 top, 1 bottom, 2 bottom, 1 top, 2 side, 1 to the left. It's pretty much up to you. There's not a right or wrong way of doing it, as long as everything works. So it's kind of how you fan them out. Make sure these are evenly spread width-wise, though. So that's about right. You can see there. If they're a little off like that, it's okay. Okay, anyways, don't take up too much time. Got the little swivels, the little clip. What you want to do is stick your thumb in and take it out. And I find it easiest to rig up the swim bait before you stick it on, but I don't know, that's just, you don't have to dig with all the wires, or deal with all the wires. So you want to rig this just like any other. Once you want to stick it right in the middle, go down as far as that, so go down, I don't know, 1/4 of an inch. Let's see, pop back out. Oh, I did that backwards. Sorry. stick it in, go down a little bit, pop it back out, then twist it, push it up just like a worm, anything, and then obviously find where it goes in, push it back, stick it in. There we go. Just like that. You just want it like any other swim bait. The thing about this though, rigging it kind of like a Texas rig or whatever, is it is a little bit harder to get. As you can see how much bite's there. There is not much at all. So that's when the actual swim bait heads come in more handy than, I guess you could say. But also, so you can rig it like this. And you can also rig it just like your swim baits. So, or your swim bait heads. The way I just rigged it, I recommend just for a single one. Otherwise, do this. Gets a little tricky with the EWGs, but you can pull it off. And that's just rigging it like a regular swim bait. Let's see if that works. No, that didn't really work. Let's see if I can make it go farther. Sorry that I only have EWGs on hand. It makes it a lot easier if you have actual swim bait hooks. There we go. Maybe that'll work. It's a little bit better. I don't know. It's kind of turned out really crappy because I can't. The swim bait looks really awful. Sorry about this, but anyways, your regular swim bait, it'll look. I mean, it's lopsided obviously, but the hook will come out of these on like the. If you're gonna buy one of these, I'd recommend buying the ones with the already set in hooks. Sorry that I only have EWGs. I didn't realize how awful they would look. But if you want to rig an EWG, do it like I just said. So I'm gonna rig it like that real quick. If you guys really don't know how to rig it with swim bait, all you do is stick it in just like I did that one, and it just comes back out the top. But I'll also rig it like an EWG right now. If you guys don't know what an EWG is, it's an extra wide gap. If you guys hear any guys referring to that, that's what it means. But you can see that's like a regular swim bait, and then you just slide it around there, just like that, and click it in. Let's see, there we go. So that's one. I will try to quickly rig all of these, just so you can see what the final product looks like. And go kind of quick. But like I said, go get some regular weighted swim bait hooks. These EWGs don't really work as well as I had thought they would. But if you're rigging just straight up one swim bait, these aren't. I mean, it's not bad if it's weed. This is if there's weeds or not. If you're throwing an Alabama rig, you're throwing them where there's like snags. It's probably not the smartest thing, considering these things are like $15, $20. But I don't know. That's just my opinion. And you can, like I have said, you can go get those kits. There's a kit that comes with an Alabama rig, hooks, swim baits, everything you need. All you need to do is bend the wires like I did. So the beginning of the video is more helpful for those kind of situations. Otherwise, just go buy regular hooks, swim bait hooks, and rig them that way. But I'm going to finish rigging these up. Just because I'm bored right now and I'm doing this, if you want to take this time while you're watching this to go comment, real quick, comment your favorite swim bait brand. I don't know why I just said that, but go ahead, because I'm bored, and you're probably really bored watching this also. So go ahead and comment your favorite swim bait brand. Well, my cameraman gets awkward close-ups to the swim baits while I was unprepared before this video. Okay, so I got the hooks all in. And just a quick kind of fun tip. There's like a Yum, I think it's the Yum double rig or something like that. There's only 2 wires. If you guys have seen that, I would recommend throwing 2 poppers on them, because it's actually really sweet. You can catch 2 bass on 2 different poppers at the same time. Or go get, I don't know if Yum makes it or who, but someone makes the frog. one with the frog. You can throw like 2 frogs at once. But that's what an Alabama rig looks like, all said and done. It'll be going through the water like this. And let's say if the bait fish, I don't know, maybe you have some good type of sonar on your depth finder or whatever, but if you know these are not close together, or if you want them closer together, just grab these towards the top, kind of push them all in. So see how they're all close together. If you want them farther, just like I said, tip, just stick your finger there and push out that way. It's kind of difficult. There you go. Remember, do not touch the middle wire, otherwise it'll be like a lopsided rig. And it swims a lot better if these, like I was saying earlier, the bass don't really care if it's lopsided, but just kind of reminded myself that if it's not, if like these are relatively similar in distance apart from each other and everything, it'll swim straighter without having the potential to swim circles. See how now that's a lot farther apart. I mean, you can even go as far as bending it all the way out, making a big little. And they've also have the flash mob. Yum does. So the flash mob, they have like spinners there. Well, there you go. So that looks more like an umbrella rig, I guess you could say, because it's more spread out. And then, and then tip for storing it. You have to kind of fold these back up, obviously. But what I've done is I've gotten a rubber band and rubber band it like that. I've gotten a zip tie and done it. One tip is I don't really have a bottle. I guess I could use this Coke can or something, but if this is like tied on and you hook this like where you would hook a crankbait on your reel, if you get a Gatorade bottle, like those big, like 32 ounces, cut the bottom off, slip the big end down, I can't remember, probably big end down your rod first, and put the whole Gatorade bottle over this thing, and it like collapses it like that. So then you can store it or whatever, and it's just a Gatorade bottle, just holding all this in, no hooks anywhere or anything. I've also done that, so that's a couple storage, tips. But I'm going to end this video now because it's probably getting really long for you guys. But when you're done, just kind of do what I just did and collapse all these things. I just gave you a few storage tips. Anyways, so thanks for watching this episode of Fishing with Flair, and stay tuned for more videos.